Okay. I hope this is all working the way it's supposed to be working. Not seeing my Spotify sound. That looks like it. Hopefully that's not too loud. I'm gonna have to have a quick look and make sure. Lots of testing today. I'm gonna have to have a quick look and make sure. Not seeing the Spotify sound. It still looks very quiet. That looks like it. Hopefully that's not too loud. I'm gonna have to have a quick look and make sure. Still looks very quiet. Yeah, this is going to be a messy stream. For sure. I think now that music probably... I'm looking at the... Oh, and I've still got that sound on. Let's do that. Fun fact. I have a model dinosaur underneath my monitor. And I'm using that to hold my phone up. Just so I can see the chat. Because I've only got one monitor. But I'm also messing around with, maybe I will pull this down just ever so slightly. I am messing around with some new widget stuff. So because I've only got one monitor, I've got an overlay that only I can see with viewers and live chat. But in case it doesn't work, I've still got my phone open underneath the monitor, just for one eye on it. So I can see what's going on. So let's see. Today, so I've got the hang of kind of yeah, there we go. I was like, that's not the right horse. I've worked out how to do the Wrangler. Music's too loud in my ears. How do I turn that down? Teething problems. Right. Let's go for about there. And I'll just have to watch it back afterwards and just see what I think. The playlist that I'm listening to today is a Minecraft creator safe playlist. The playlist that I was listening to before said it was copyright free, and the live stream has not got a copyright strike, but it's not going to show in some regions because of some of the songs on that playlist. So I don't know if creator safe and copyright free are two different things, or if the playlist was lying to me, which is a shame because it was a lovely playlist and it suited this RedM server really nice because it was acoustic folk music, and I thought it was quite nice for a Western cowboy game. I'm just moving around some of my widgets so that I can see my money in game to see where we're at, but also see what the stream is doing. This is going to be a mess. This is going to be an absolute mess. So, let me introduce you to my plan of action. Let's actually just pop you away for now. That's Mumble. I'll introduce Mumble in the stables. Mumble is going to be our somewhat of a test project. So, after having all the problems trying to get set up yesterday, I really should have done that off stream, but I just like to have that first bit of playing a game. If I'm planning to record it or stream it, I'd like to have that kind of the beginning of the journey there. That was a mistake. So much went wrong yesterday. So I played for a while in the afternoon and the evening. And I worked out how to do the Wrangler thing. I had to clear my cache and reinstall Reshade several times. Is Reshade actually working? Yes, it is. And that was another thing. So the Wrangler role, that's a very noisy. Let's just go back to the beginning of this playlist because it's nice. I've been bug busting. I'm distracted already. I'm already distracted. What a mess. So the Wrangler role means you can go out and tame, sorry microphone, go out and tame wild foals. You then, so when you tame a wild horse, from what I've seen so far, I don't know about rares. The prices could change with rares. We need to go and work that out today. So a normal wild horse is $150 to adopt into your stable. A wild foal is $25. You can't adopt a foal unless you're a wrangler. So there's different job professions on the server. You can have one at a time and change them every 30 days. I love taming wild horses and training them to sell. I do that I've done that in every RedM server I've tried and in online and story mode. There's something about it that appeals to me. So then you can train those horses and sell them for a profit. But this is like the catch and this is what's engaging my brain because I'm finding this quite interesting. So we're not going to buy a horse. Let's use Mumble as an example. So this is Mumble. Mumble was a wild tamed horse that I tamed for $150. Right now, how much was it to sell off? So you could then void them, I think, for $60 without training. So that's obviously a loss. Right now we can sell them for $170, and that's because my bonding has increased with them. Is my mouse showing? I believe it is. So right here, bonding level, we've got 2 out of 4. Your bonding level goes up by riding them places. So from what I've heard, so long as this is still a thing, normally when you play Red Dead or Red Dead Online, you can increase your bond by feeding your horse, brushing them, riding them, but also leading them in hand, and your bond will go up quicker if you do that. But in this server, your bond goes up by the distance that you've travelled. Apparently, that's what I'm going to go with for now. So I'm just going to ride this horse everywhere up until it gets 4 bonding. So I kind of played around with this with a different wild horse that I tamed yesterday, which was a Morgan, and messed around with training the speed and acceleration. So health and stamina seems to go up on its own. I think it's going up with bonding. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm ignoring this for now, because at the moment it says it's full, and that's fine. But, so I'm not sure how well it's going to show on stream. But if we look at speed here, I think there's 10 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 of these slots are in grey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up to here. So I think this is this horse's potential. And right now this white square says what it's currently got. So I haven't trained this. So training and bonding are different. I haven't trained this horse at all. To train a horse, we need to go to a training area and spend $5 to increase their XP. And from a quick test that I was doing with that Morgan, I believe it was 4 to 5 training sessions to go up 1 slot, which is about $25. So that's potentially $25, $50, $125 potentially to max out speed, and $250 to max out speed and acceleration. So my test with Mumble today, as we go out looking for more wild horses and foals, is to see how much money I get when he gets to full bonding, and then go out and train him, track how much we spend, maybe have a look at different training courses to see if some offer different prices or different XP, and then see how much the profit, not how much we're selling him for, but the profit. So like the selling price minus how much I've spent on him to adopt him and train him, and see which is the most profitable thing. I could measure how much time this takes me, but I imagine, I think I want to know what the price, the profit is first. And then I'll maybe sit down and do a little bit of it, an average, like how much time. Because if it doesn't take very long to do this, and say we get $100 profit, and it takes double the time to do this, and it's only another $100 profit, it's not worth doing this. It's probably, because I'm spending money on this, it would be more worth my while only to train up to level 4 bonding, sell this horse, get another horse, train it to level 4 bonding, sell it. So today we're trying to, and I have got a spreadsheet. I'm working on this spreadsheet. I wonder if I can share the screen. Let me bring it up. And I got the idea from, so on GGI, some lovely people have shared a spreadsheet. Oh, all my widgets are in the way. That's really super helpful. Some lovely people have shared a spreadsheet that you can use for breeding as a registry and a pedigree and to track family lines. Very clever, got some very clever coding in it. So I'm trying to do a similar version, but more of a tracking to sell kind of deal. So let me see if I can share the screen without giving away any usernames or details or anything. Like I said, learning curve. It's a little bit of a learning curve. Bear with me. So I don't think I'm going to be able to bring it up without messing up the stream as a whole. So we're not going to do that. But I will work out how to do that. And then I will maybe have that so that I can open that spreadsheet, show you at the start of a stream, and update it during the stream. If you're interested in data like I'm interested in data. That's what made ARC interesting for me. I loved tracking stats and breeding for mutations and tracking the numbers and stuff. And that's what I'm kind of hoping to do here. So let's see. So Mumble and my spreadsheet. A mare? No. Gender. Mare. Clearly not. Okay. It's a new server. You know, it's early access. Let's not judge. So there's also a hands height. So that's interesting. So Mumble is 15 hands. So the way that I've got this spreadsheet set up, I've got drop-down menus for the breed of horse, the gender of horse, the handling, the personality, and stuff like that. So I don't have to type it out every time I tame a horse. Now, here we go. So price. I've got here the price that I bought Mumble for, which was the adoption wild price of $150. I've then got a box for how much I've spent on training. So I might need a bit of paper just to keep track as I'm going, and then I'll update the spreadsheet rather than tabbing in and out and such. And then I've got a sold for, and I could probably do this in Excel, but I haven't got this Excel on this computer. I will add a calculation so that when you put in your sold for price, the profit will appear in the next box depending on how much you've spent, price and training wise. And we'll go from there. So I also need to work out how long it takes a foal to grow up. So we should probably head out to a stable that we can see foals in. So not every stable has the option to breed or care for foals. So as you can see, the stable that we're at, well, I'm hiding the marker, but here's one here. There's a horseshoe, just a plain horseshoe. And if we go to, well, I know Valentine has it. There's a little cross in this horseshoe. That means this stable we can breed and view our foals. And I think that's probably going to be the closest one. Yes it is. So on the way there, we're going to keep an eye out for wild horses. And hopefully not get into too much trouble. We'll see how it goes. I've also got player names and chat in-game toggled off. But we should, if somebody's near to us and says something, it will pop up with what they've said without their name in it. I thought that might be horses, but it's deer. I was getting excited for a second. I've also realised my mouse appears in the widgets, so that'll be interesting. If we oh, and you've got no horse. I've noticed that as I've been playing, that sometimes the wagons, like NPCs, don't spawn in properly. And I think that's normally a sign there's too much going on in the area. But I'm not entirely sure. We shall see. We shall see. So I'm also just keeping an eye out. So the camera, I am going to flick it kind of back and forth. I'll try and not get carried away and give you motion sickness best I can. But I am looking for wild horses. And I am kind of looking forward to training speed on this guy because he's very slow. I know I could gallop, but again, we're just having a look around. I've also learned that... So one of the best ways to make money on GGI is herbing. And it's one of my least favourite things to do in the game, like, of all time. I hate herbing. It's not much fun. Which reminds me. So if you want to do that in this game, you actually need to turn on. So to do a command, it's T to open chat. You do a / and then horse, and it'll give you the spelling. Horse, herb. Nerb? Herb. So now we can pick herbs on horseback. And a little sneaky trick that I've learned, if we press F8, we can see what scripts are doing their thing. So herbalism is riding a horse can now pick herbs. But it'll tell us when herbs spawn in, but it is also going to tell us when horse herds spawn in. So every now and then, till I learn where the herds are, I will be hitting that button and just having a look to see what it says. So I think there was a herd along just outside the oil field, so around here-ish. And it'll tell you if that herd has spawned in, but also if that herd is on a cooldown, which means nothing will be spawning in for a while till the cooldown is over. I don't think it tells you how long the cooldown is. I don't remember seeing that. So around... here we go. In the blue. 2 adults, 2 foals. Wild foal spawned in the heartlands. 3. Herd on cooldown for this zone. You found a spawn. Rolling for horse spawn. But... oh, that's the wrong button. F8. One of those herds looked like they did spawn in, because it mentioned which foals were there. Right behind us. There they are. Right, so if we have a look, how much money have we got? $500. So there's a copy of Mumble. There's a little foal, and there's a little foal. So, let's go. My phone is ringing, and I plan to ignore it till we get this foal. But I will have to run in and call back in just a second. So, the way I've worked out, I don't know if this is the correct way to cam a foal, but I've been hopping on, it shoots you off, it knocks you over, and then you hold down enter. Because I found walking up and just holding enter, they run away. So we'll just keep camming this foal. And then we should have an option to tame. and we're going to send it to the nursery for $25. And we're going to name it, call me, maybe not, because I've got to go and answer the phone. But there is also a wild horse over there. So just for the sake of making a bit of extra cash and showing you how this system works, I'm going to grab him as well. So holding down right click, calming whenever I get the option. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, if that just helps your stamina. And then when it says E, we're going to hop on, and G to calm it whenever it gives us the option to, in the bottom right of the screen. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It did take me a whole day to work out how to get the system working completely. Because it uses some of the base game mechanics and also not some of the base game mechanics. Right. Good job. Right, I am going to have to pause quickly and go and answer this phone call. So bear with me. Righty-ho. We're back. And it's nighttime. Of course it's flipping nighttime. There's more horses over there. You know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to do my time just for the sake of the stream. Right, come on, Mumble. Come with. I could tame that other foal as well, but for now I just want to go and have a look what's already in my stables. And maybe add them to the spreadsheet and work out how... Oh, I'm getting some jittering. I really hope that's not coming across on stream. I sometimes get that when I tab in and out a lot, and I don't know if it's because of having browser tabs open. Oh yeah, yeah, that's some lag. I'm watching the stream back. Let's see if we can correct that. By having some windows closed. Let's close that. Oops. I might have closed the wrong window. I might have closed the wrong window. Sure did, Batman. Oh, wait. Am I still live? Am I still live? I am still live. That's nice. Okay. Let's just keep one eye on the stream on my phone and see how it's doing. Mumble, come with. Oh, well, ED spawned. Okay, never mind. We're on our own. We are... Oh, there he is! Sorry. He still doesn't wanna. I don't know what his personality is. I think he's a showman, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, it's still... The stream's looking a little bit janky. That's disappointing. I'm just watching it. I'm driving a horse and watching YouTube at the same time. I'm not sure this is entirely safe. Oh, it looks like it might have fixed itself. Okay. I hope it has. Excuse me, pardon me. It looks like it's corrected itself, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it. That's slightly annoying. I suppose I could put that into a widget as well and have that on my screen, but there's only so much boxes you can have on top of your gameplay and still be able to see what you're doing. Right, Valentine. Mumble is off into the distance somewhere. I can see him on the minimap. I do like Valentine. I know it's probably a bit repetitive because, I mean, Valentine is like the hub of everything. Whether you're online or playing on a RedM server, but I just love the vibe of Valentine. I love the mud roads and the line of like Western kind of styled shops. You can kind of just do a bit of everything in Valentine. Now I did hit Flea, but nothing's happening. Oh, that's because you're a wild horse. You're not actually Mumble. I'm not paying attention. Ah, okay. So we can already... We're not even close to the lady, which is quite funny. So you see we can adopt him for $150 or sell for $40 and 1 gold. Still not worked out what you do with gold. So we're going to sell him for $40, which is not a lot of money. Which is why we want to be training horses before we sell them. So let's go into foals. So this is who we've got at the moment. Oh, so you've gone up a stage. So Dakota was at the very first stage. So if we look at the... My mouse is gone. Okay, never mind. So at the very bottom of this green box, there is growth. And it's got 2 out of the 4 boxes highlighted. So he was at 1 box. So can we assume he's maybe going to take about 4 days till he grows up? Then we've got this fellow. This is B. Personality not developed yet. Oh, Nakota's a warden. I wonder what a warden does. This is a brand new foal as well. This is Bambi. I was about to say, is Bambi black? But no, Bambi's like a dark bay. But from this angle, she looked like she was maybe going to be a black horse, which I would have loved. And then Call Me Maybe Not is like a blue roan. Are we going to say a blue roan? So a Tennessee Walker. We've got 3 Tennessee Walkers and a Nakota. Oh, you're cute. I like that one. So we've got 4 out of 15 foals. So I imagine like we want to always have some foals in here growing up. Because it takes time for them to grow up, we maybe want to always have one that's going to appear in our stables every few days, is what I'm kind of thinking. But even if we've adopted them for $25, I imagine once they grow up, they're going to sell for more than $25, so we're always going to make a small profit, I think. But I'm not entirely sure. So 4 out of 15 is where we're at. So I guess we probably want to be going looking for some more wild horses. Do we want to go and look for some rare horses? Because I imagine that's going to be very difficult, and we'll find some normal horses on the way. Mumble will get some training. Once we hit bonding level 4, we'll go and update our spreadsheet with the information and start doing some training. And I'm hoping by the end of this streaming session, no promises, that we will have an answer to how much profit we can make out of one wild horse if we're efficient and we're careful about it. I think. But I'm not sure. So, I wonder if we can hop into the Discord and see, because I believe they have a rare horse map with hints on it. It doesn't tell you exactly where to look. I did find one. I found Mustangs. So it might be worth heading over there. Oh, let's have a look. I'm having a look through the guides. Da 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 da. Sometimes there's so many channels in a Discord that it's hard to just look and see what's going on. Here we go, guides. Backpacks and inventory, horse breeding, jobs, interaction, veiled obscurities? Never heard of that before. Optional, but extremely recommended to seek out. These are special, very hidden items that you will find only by getting close enough to find the item, where you'll be given the author the prompt to gather the item. You will not know the item or prompt exists until you're close enough to it. That's cool. Every item is considered an ingredient in crafting. For a job special... Oh, well, that's pretty cool. But it's not what we're looking for at the moment. I'm hearing some upset horses. Is that my horse that's upset? No, it's somebody else's horse that's upset. Okay. I'm sure I saw this wild map. I'm sure I saw it. Let's search. So, search wild map. Public map service. Now, hopefully these are updated, because I believe a few weeks ago there was a shuffle of wild horse locations. So this may work, or it may not. So there's a hint map, and there's a narrowed locations. Let's go for the hint map. Let's not cheat too much. So what do we want to look for? So I know I found a Mustang, so let me see if that location looks correct. Oh my god, it is. Oh, it is. Okay. That's interesting. But what horses do we like? Oh, there's Criollos. I love Criollos. Frisians seem to be really popular. I think we should go for something that is maybe not so popular, because then there won't be people sitting and waiting for them to spawn. In theory. We could go for Mustangs again, since I know where they are. Andalusians might be nice. I can't say it. Marwaris? The ones curly lugs? Curly lug horses. Lipizaners. Ooh. Irish drafts. Criollos spawn along the Little Creek River, which is one of the prettiest places on the map, so that might be a nice place to go. I think there's training there as well, so if we get our bonding up, then we're in the right location anyway. Shires. Oh, it says there's a herd spawn of Shires close by, and Bretons, Norfolk Roadsters. That looks like a good location. Right, okay. Let's go look for Criollos, because I love them. I love them so much. Right, are we gonna have a cheat and have a little... Oh, it's not far. It's not far. There's also a stable where we can view our foals. This looks like a good place to just run around for now, I think. Let's set a spawn. So the location is pretty much all along here. Let me have another quick look. Yes, so it includes along this area up to about here and along here, the top of the W of West. So that's a big zone for us to explore and look for stuff. So let's go do that. Mumble! I have whistled you! Where are you? There you are. Also, I was quite upset yesterday that my saddle was very red and not the colour that I thought I chose. And then they did an update yesterday and a server restart trying to fix some of... I think it was meant to be horse coats, but I swear the saddle and bridle are a different colour. It could just be me. It could be my reshader after all the reinstalling that I've done, but I feel like that's a bit more accurate to the colour I was going for. Or it could just be because I'm not on a black horse anymore, so the colours may be looking a little bit different. I'm not sure. Just out of curiosity. No, I was just wondering if there were wild horses close to Valentine. I think that would probably be a bit too much to have lots spawning so close to Valentine anyway. But we'll see what we find. We're also keeping an eye out for herbs, because you get a surprising amount of money for herbing, which annoys me. I definitely found starting out and earning money on this server a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. But now I'm kind of seeing the process and starting to understand it. My phone's buzzing again. Fabulous. One moment. I'm not even going to try and pause the stream this time, because that wasn't good. Oh, I am going to have to... Oh, for goodness sake. Why today? This is like the first day I've had to... Like the last couple of days, because I was streaming yesterday. And after today, I'm not going to get another chance till September. And it's like everybody who knows me is like, oh, you're off? Really? It's, yes, but leave me alone. I'm not sociable. Right, bear with me. Right. Off we go again. Oh, that's not fair. It's jittering again. But I didn't tab out. I didn't put it on break. Why do you do this? That's not fair. There's a big stream delay. I'm still waiting for me to leave my spot. On stream, I'm still standing still. Now we're moving. So I'm just, again, driving and watching the stream just to make sure it's not jittering for you guys. Oh. It doesn't appear to be. But I imagine it probably is. Hopefully it stops. I've still not worked out why it does that sometimes. If I tab out to go into a browser or do something else and come back, it's like the game is like, oh no, I thought you didn't want the window to be open and to be working. How dare you give another window, despise us, your undivided attention. We're just not going to work properly now. Oh, I've been forgetting to check for... No horses. There is some herbs in the area, but don't know where they are. We'll just keep an eye out. Hopefully this jittering stop. We found something. And I won't have to restart the game. I would like to just have a nice smooth stream and play the game without interruption on a very rare day off. Next time I'm just not going to tell people when I'm off on holiday. I'm just going to keep it a secret. Go, no, actually I'm working today. I'm really busy. The problem is at the moment, I'm working part-time, which is great, but I'm also studying part-time. Which means I'm doing more than 40 hours a week. But people think because I'm at home in the morning and only working part-time that I don't do anything. But actually I'm on the go all the time. And I've got ADHD, which was only diagnosed a year ago. I'm just getting the hang of being on medication and working out what that means and what I can and can't do. So this year has been a real struggle. It's been great. It's been one of the best years of my life because I've been on medication for the first time. But it's also hard because I am on medication for the first time. And trying to explain that to people, because I have wonderful people in my life and they're all very supportive and I love seeing them and I love their time. But I'm incredibly busy this year and I just need a bit of space. And the stream is still jittering. I'm just going to stop because I saw where that jitter was and I just want to see if it appears for you. That is a big delay. So we're just crossing the river now. Popping in trees. I'm still watching. It doesn't appear to be happening for you guys. Let me just make sure my windows are minimized. It could be because I had that Discord map open. And let me make sure that's minimized. And let me make sure I actually hit... let's minimize some of these. And let's open this. And then I'm going to go into Task Manager. This is what I used to have to do when my computer was a toaster and I was trying to do different stuff. But because Windows is 11 is such a resource hog, and I can't get my So I play Red Dead Online with friends quite a lot, and the mod that I use for that can't be used on Linux. So I've had to swap back to Windows, and it makes sense to have all my uni stuff in one place. So for the moment, I am back just on Windows. And going from Linux, where the operating system ran smoothly, to Windows, where it's a constant battle, has made me realize why I swapped to Linux. Ah, rolling for horse spawn. You found a spawn zone, and it's not on a cooldown. So let's just rare horse nearby. Oh my gosh! What were the chances? What were the chances? I see there's somebody close to me on the map. They're not close enough. There's two! There's two! I like the black one. Oh, we got it. We got it. That was cool. Why were there two? That was ace. Oh, that made my day. Oh, but now we've got to have the money to keep it. But we can see what the price... Oh. If the price of taming and selling is going to be different. Ooh, ooh. Well done. Good job, horsey. Oh, look at him. I'm not sure how I feel about that white face. Oh, but he's pretty. If I was on GGI, I would be like, well, I'll keep him for breeding because he's black and he'll have the black gene. But I'm not sure how it works here. Wait, has he got blue eyes? No, I thought he had blue eyes. That would have been very cool. So is the other one still here or did it despawn? It might be in the trees. Nope, that's a deer. Oh, he's pretty. Well, we've got to keep the first one, haven't we? Well, that didn't take long, did it? Oh, he's got like a grey snoot. He's got a grey nose. He has a bit of an odd colour, like his face. I like horse coats that look quite realistic, that look like they could exist. So I said this before, but sometimes like in any game with a modded horse, sorry, they use like hex code 00 or FFF or whatever it is for pure white, and actually in real life white is not actually white. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, don't you dare crash. Oh, don't you crash. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oh, oh, that was scary. Oh, that was scary. Oh no! Oh, oh, that was so mean. Oh, that's my first crash. That's my first crash with EE, with Evergreen Equine. So that's actually quite impressive, considering I've played for a good few hours now. But it is turning out to not quite be my day, which isn't great. So, how are we going to deal with this? Let's pop the stream on a break. I might actually go and restart the stream, because I'm trying a few different kinds of widgets, and I don't think I need some of them. So I'll go uninstall some of them, see how it looks, get over my crankiness for not having time to play, and I'll bring you back. Let's do that. This has just turned out to be a bit of a test stream. We might even delete it, because nobody's seen it, so nobody'll know. No one will know. We'll just delete it. Let's do that.